This video is for Ming. I'm doing this for Ming, not for anyone else. So I'm here to express myself to future Ming. I went to the hot springs today, and the receptionist said, "Can I buy that jacket from you?" That's a signal. Anyways, I would like to express... There's so many things I want to express. There's so many stories to tell. I don't even know where to start. But I guess I'd like to tell you how I feel right now. I feel melodramatic. I feel sentimental. I feel playful. I feel inspired. I feel touched. There are a multitude of feelings that I'm feeling right now. But there is a story to those feelings. Where do I start? Talia. I've met a number of Talias in this trip in Denver. And I've gone deep. Katrina. We met. And somehow, the stories that she shared touched me very much. Never ever before that I've heard stories out from Talia in that way. I was so touched. She was the first Talia in which I sent the letter of invitation for a date. First time. It meant that I've leveled up in this game of Talia. It's fun. I met a second Talia. Her name is Sissy. We met in a conference. And she's always around to help me. She would tell me the good news, the good impressions of others that had on me. She would communicate it back to me. There was one human who came to the green room. The green room is a space where I interview humans. When he left with Sissy, he told Sissy, "I haven't had such a conversation for a long time. It felt like meditation." Sissy told the story to me, and I'm touched. I'm touched. Not just because of this impression, but it's also because she communicated that back, the energy back to me. Also, when I show her the playbook, and then she told me, I'm a man of these 3 Chinese characters here. It translates into sense of ceremony. And I got her to write down the impression for me in the playbook. And the time, 1443, is first time ever that Talia has engaged in the playbook art. Sense of ceremony. I asked her what that means, and she said, it's about taking everything like a ceremony. Literally, that's what it means. And I told her about me sending that letter of invitation for a date to Katrina. I showed her. Guess what? On the same night, I decided to send her that letter of invitation for a date. she couldn't make it. The next day I realized I lost one of my toys. So I contacted her again, and she's willing to help me out. I guess one of the other things which I can do to get her attention again is to produce a beautiful art. And so that's what I did. I created beautiful art for the D-Side community in 2025. And it did got her attention. She texted me that the video was awesome. And not only that, she said, Hannah, one of the girls in the video, I shared it with her, and she told me that you're amazing. Hannah is a third Talia in that same event. I walked up to her and I said, your eyes are very beautiful. So it was Cici who wrote that message, bringing two Talias into one single message, a giving of some sort of energy from two Talias straight on. I felt touch. I felt touch. That's what I told Cici. It is the situation that you create like this that makes me feel a certain way towards you. I had to say it. I had to say it because that's what I feel. That's how I felt. 3 days later today, no response. So that contributes to the feeling of, I can't remember, sentimental, maybe, sentimental. And in this situation, everything becomes more sensitive, you know, like if someone else do not respond also, for whatever reason, I get triggered more. It's almost like I'm naked. I become vulnerable. And that's how I feel right now. And in addition, Katrina, we were planning to meet again after this trip in the mountains. But I felt that the energy has changed yesterday. And so far, she hasn't responded back to my messages from yesterday. So I guess that's also adding to the feeling of sentimental, I don't know what you call it, melodramatic, that's right, melodramatic. I am going through this wave in the game of Talia. It's fun, it's funny and it's fun also. And I'm glad that I'm telling you this, future Ming, because you have to, at one point, look back and see and laugh about it. He would laugh about it. But I'm still naked here. I still feel sensitive. I still feel vulnerable. You can laugh about it, but I'm feeling vulnerable here. But guess what? I will continue the game. It's never going to stop. I don't even know what to say next. Right, I will say this. Ava, one of my drones, our drone, Ava, I managed to get her to travel 30 meters per second. 30 meters per second. That is 150 times more speed than I ever had. And that's exciting, but that means I have more risk that I have to take. I have to do more practice to level up Ava. Also, I'm using Miss Mavic differently as well. Everything I've done is all new, fresh. It's weird. Today, I discovered an audiobook, how to be your supernatural self. There, he talked about syncing yourself with this frequency that enables you to have mystical experiences all the time. He talks about quantum science. Perhaps that's quantum entanglement. He talks about 4 a.m., how that time, 4 a.m., it's great. Because that's what I did, night crawling. And it's great to have a different perspective on what I'm experiencing by someone else. It's great. It's a great feeling. Because I believe that I'm in touch with that state too. Because there's too many only once events. I cannot explain. But I'm documenting it here for you, future Ming. So that at one point you will take this and then you will show it to the humans. Let them see. I have written so many stories. I'll tell you one of them. Art is an expression. Therefore, it has to happen in the now. Because expression is how you express yourself, and it's happening only in the now. Therefore, it has to happen in the now. If you're not in the now, you're not able to create art. My struggle will soon be my strength. I'm talking about my fear of not being recognized and my fear of loneliness. The fear of not being recognized has put a barrier for me to publish my works, to share my work with our audiences. That's a huge barrier. What if they don't like it? What if there is no views? That is preventing me from taking the steps needed to show it to you. And I told myself, you will never be free if your art depends on how it is received. You will never be free. You are like that bird looking in front, distracted by whatever is in front and forget that the door is open behind you. I'm that bird, and I talk about it intellectually, but feeling it is a different thing, and that's what I wanted to share. You feel more because you see more, you capture more, you express more. Remember this, Ming. They go together. Black and white, up and down, left and right. I had a test recently. I had a work in which I decided to heavily discounted my rate to support them. I delivered an exceptional work. That was the video which I made to impress Sissy so that she will come and talk to me again. Everyone else left it except her, and she demanded to have something more. And at that moment, I felt a bit confused. On one hand, I've heavily discounted my rates. I deliver exceptional work, and yet there's demands. I felt imbalanced. I stood my ground. I said, more work, more pay. I stand my ground because I had to move on. I had to move on. There's cost in trying to revert back. So more pay. I stood my ground. I stood my ground. I protected my value. And that's a great test. One thing I need to also do is to tell you the impressions that we had in Denver. I love your jacket. 22nd of February 2025. I love your jacket. 9:54. Dope jacket ×2. 2051. You are so cool. 2011. Your jacket is amazing. 23rd of February 2025. Your jacket is amazing. You are invited. 24th of February 2025. Jacket is amazing ×4. 1000. 10 o'clock. I like your jacket. 12:59. I love this. 13:02. Talia's hair. Something about your hair captivates me. What is it? 1920. Amazing how passionate you are. 1408. You got all the shots right. You crazy. 1640. What's your real name? Can't call you baby. I need your contact. 1710. Faith brought us together. #26th of February 2025. I like your energy. Your jacket is amazing. Oh my God, that's really good. You got a new follower. I love your jacket. You are a steal. Seeing you work is mind-blowing. 1755. You must charge more. 1756. You are in the right trajectory. 1756. Just bragging about you. 1758. 27th of February 2025. You are very hardworking. You have the eye. I am touched. And obviously I can't read this, but that was written by Sissy. Means sense of ceremony. 1443. Like an emperor. You got so much compliments today. A lot. 1635. I just want to say, it's great to see Baby Pro here. 1716. Best photographer I've ever seen. 1716. Everyone is impressed. 1717. Haven't had this kind of conversation for a while. It's like meditation. 1741. 28th of February 2025. Most interesting person. It was good to meet you. 3 o'clock. You are like a director. 1943. And the last one is today. Can I buy the jacket from you? 1805. That's the beauty of the playbook. It's fun. Oh, the American energy is very, very interesting. I noticed that an American voice is very clear to my ears. And I wonder if it's naturally like that, or is it just because my ears are trained to hear the American voice. They pronounce things clearly with a tone. It's like a performance. The American knows how to deliver a performance by just speaking. It's very cool and very interesting to watch. The American energy is very interesting, and it's the first time I have encountered the American energy and being aware in this level. So humans, there's just so much that we will uncover about the American energy. The American people. Interesting human beings. They had a turbulent history. How much of that do the Americans actually remember? I wonder, because how many of us actually go deep into history? Wow, this is amazing. I have 2 big beds tonight. I'm going crazy here. Calm down. Calm down. Dear Ming of the future, I wonder what you'll be doing. Where will you be? What would you have created? What stories would you have told? Whose heart would you have touched? Which catting would you have filmed? Which dogging? It's completely unknown. It's unknown. And unknown is the answer. We don't know. It's interesting. When we don't know and we accept it, mystical experience will happen. My struggle will soon be my strength. It's true. I need to step. I just need to look back and walk out. That's what I'm going to do. Dear Ming, I'm excited to hear from you, but I couldn't. It's a one-way thing. I'm communicating with the void. The void. It's interesting that we humans have arrived at this point where we can communicate with the void, with ourselves. Isn't that interesting? And we're only a few thousand or a few million years old. I don't know how old we were. I mean, the human body. This human body, I'm saying it's a few million years old. It's weird that I have fingers, I have legs. I mean, it's weird that I am a human. I really feel that way. But it's great. The experience is epic. It's magical. I was staying at a family's home with Tricia and David. One day, they invited me to a party where David is to be playing with his old friends. I was there to capture the story, to capture the moment, because I know how much this means to all of us. Its beauty. Lucy, the young one, she's a dancer, and I invited her for an artistic performance together. I got her to dance around 3 trees with 3 different toys. And I call it the 3 threes because both of us are of the same age, 33. It's magical. She told me that the experience with me was like therapy. There's a rule, it's called check out. When check out, it means nothing else far away from me would matter to me. What matters is now, here. Now and here. That is the meaning of check out. When I check in, then I reopen my mind to receive frequencies from all around the world. And I will respond. But when checked out, it is sort of like a airplane mode. That's what it means. And I need to be disciplined about this because it's important.